evening and welcome to the Newshour Agenda. I'm Madhavdas Gopalkrishnan. The political showdown over Sansad's security breach intensified today with more opposition MPs being suspended for the remainder of the session. A total of 33 opposition MPs have been suspended from the Lok Sabha and 45 from the upper house of Parliament. With the 14 opposition MPs suspended earlier, the total suspensions during this session has climbed to a whopping 92. The opposition has attacked the government over these suspensions, branding the government as autocratic and accusing it of choking people's voices. Opposition MPs also staged a protest on the stairs to the Parliament and threatened to take the protest to the streets.
We have no moral ground to run this house. To expel all the, suspend or expel the opposition fully. How they will run the house? They will run the mockery, nothing else.
देश आज साफ साफ देख रहा है कि पार्लियामेंट के अंदर कैसे बुलडोजर चलाया जा रहा है। विरोधियों को कुचलने का एक प्रक्रिया है और सिर्फ अमित शाह जी को उनके विफलताओं को बचाने के लिए एक बुलडोजर चला रहे हैं विपक्ष पर।
Functioning only for one purpose, to suppress the entire voice of the opposition and to suspend maximum people, those who are raising the issues of the people and the security. Actually, our impression is that Parliament is for discussion and debate, but now the Parliament is for suspension of opposition members.
The BJP and ministers in the government have slammed the opposition parties for obstructing the proceedings of the House. They've asserted that despite repeated requests, opposition MPs have brought placards into the House and engaged in unruly behavior, calling it a reflection of insecurity in the opposition camp.
राज्य सभा में माननीय 34 सांसदों को सस्पेंड करना पड़ा इस सेशन के आखिरी दिन तक और 11 अन्य सांसदों को उनका केस प्रिविलेज कमेटी को रेफर किया गया है। तो कुल मिला के 45 माननीय सदस्यों को राज्यसभा में आज सस्पेंड करने का बड़ा ही दुर्भाग्यपूर्ण आज उनके व्यवहार के कारण ये स्थिति उपलब्ध हुई। मैं समझता हूँ ये उनकी प्री प्लान स्ट्रैटेजी थी। वो चाहते ही नहीं थे कि हाउस अच्छी तरीके से चले।
अगली व्यवहार नहीं करना चाहिए और वेल के अंदर नहीं आना चाहिए, प्ले कार्ड्स अंदर नहीं लाना चाहिए। विपक्ष है, इनसिक्योरिटी में है। आने वाले चुनाव में इनसिक्योरिटी के कारण आने वाले चुनाव में फिर इस संसद में आते नहीं आते क्योंकि उनके पास कोई एजेंडा नहीं है।
अराजकता की स्थिति उत्पन्न कर दिया विपक्ष के लोगों ने और एक ही उपाय था, देश हित में एक कार्रवाई की गई है और किसी को बार बार अपील करने के बाद भी माननीय स्पीकर साहब ने सरकार की तरफ से ये अपील हुई और ये कुछ भी सुनने को तैयार नहीं है, तो इसलिए कार्रवाई की गई है।
Breaking news coming in, mass resignation of MPs is something that's on the cards tomorrow at the India Alliance meeting. This is something that is being proposed at this point of time, we understand, and a likely decision on that is also possible. Let me quickly take this across to our reporters joining us. We have Dharani as well as Niyamika. Niyamika, coming to you first. Take us through what the decision is and what really is going to be discussed at tomorrow's meeting.
Well, absolutely. Tomorrow's India Bloc floor leaders meeting is going to be a quite crucial one because this has come after the suspension of 92 MPs of the opposition parties. As tomorrow at 10 o'clock, all of these opposition floor leaders are going to meet at the LOP chamber at 10 o'clock, in which it might be possible that there would be a discussion regarding the mass resignation of MPs and what is going to be the future strategy of these opposition parties to continue to raise this demand of the HM statement within the House, as we have seen that how the chaotic scenes have erupted within the House in both Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha, and after that 92 MPs have got suspended from both of these houses. However, the opposition parties have made it clear that they will continue to raise this demand, if not inside the parliament then outside the parliament, but they will continue to raise a demand that HM should speak regarding the parliament security breach which had happened on 13th of December.
Let me quickly bring in Dharani as well, who's breaking this big story. Dharani, big development. What are your sources in the opposition telling you at this point of time? Is this a very serious consideration?
Trusted sources within the DMK indicate that during tomorrow's India Bloc meeting, a mass resignation of MPs is going to be a matter of discussion. In fact, this is going to be the primary matter of discussion. The India Bloc leaders, including Chief Minister M.K. Stalin, are going to discuss the need for mass resignation of MPs from the parliament, and this is going to happen in the backdrop of over 90 opposition MPs getting suspended from both Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha in the last couple of days for alleged unruly behavior, because they were consistently demanding a discussion in the parliament security breach, and over 90 MPs have got suspended, and this includes several DMK MPs too. Kanimoli Karunanidhi is also one of the significant DMK MPs who got suspended over this issue. And tomorrow during the Delhi India Bloc meeting, mass resignation is going to be a matter of discussion, and this is
all right. Dharni as well as Niyamika, I'd like to thank both of you for joining us with those quick updates. Let's quickly take this across now to our panelists. With us is Dr. Sonal Mansingh, Member of Parliament of the Rajya Sabha. With us also is Abdul Khaleque, suspended Member of Parliament of the Congress. With us also is P. Santosh Kumar, suspended MP of the CPI. But let me first take this across to the Rajya Sabha MP of the TMC, Jawahar Sarkar, who's joining us. Jawahar Sarkar, this would be a very, very big step if a mass resignation takes place. Can you confirm to us or clarify whether this is seriously under consideration at this point?
No, I can't tell you on that because it is for the leadership of the India Alliance to come up. But what is more relevant is to understand the critical stage of parliamentary democracy in India today, that is represented by the suspension of 92 MPs, which is historic and has never happened. It shows the degree of intolerance of this government towards any form of parliamentary discussion. The moment there is some amount of protest, which is part of the parliamentary discourse, the leader of the House or the Parliamentary Affairs Minister pops up from the seat and reads out a list of suspension, and the chair, I guess, has no option but to go in for vote. This is not the way parliamentary democracy is supposed to be run, and that is more important. What strategy emanates tomorrow or day after is what we will see. But what you have to take into cognizance is that this is the nadir, the lowest point that parliamentary democracy has reached in India since independence. Never have we gone so low.
All right, let me take that question across.
Today, 102, 122 tomorrow, you suspend the entire opposition. But remember the consequences of it. You are destroying the very edifice of parliamentary democracy. To Modi...
Let me bring in Sonal Mansingh on that point. Sonal Mansingh, opposition saying that this is our democratic traditions that are being undone by this government. They are calling it a form of dictatorship in parliament. That's a specific comment coming in from leaders of the Congress party and other opposition parties. How do you respond to this, Sonal Mansingh?
Absolutely.
Even before I was nominated to Rajya Sabha, as a responsible and aware citizen of India, I've been following parliamentary procedures, listening to debates, discussions, etc. A lot of water has flown down. I have seen since 2018, particularly when I joined Rajya Sabha, that on several occasions, our previous chairman, Shri Venkaiah Naidu ji, was trying to be so nice, kind, and explain again and again and again. But I've seen with my own eyes, Shri Jawahar Sarkar's party, before he came in to Rajya Sabha, members running down the well and completely gherawing the marshals, completely gherawing even the table, the writers, the officers of Rajya Sabha, and jumping on the table of the speaker and bringing in pink telephones and, completely the cables surrounding. I've seen all kinds of things. And they have been suspended, or they've been coming back, holding placards, shouting, and all, really some very, very unbecoming behavior I've seen. Let the bills be passed, let the legislations be done, let India and the Janata, the people, know that yes, it's working. On the one hand, we are facing problems. On the other hand, the nation has to run. So I think the balancing act needs to be done even by opposition.
Right.
I think collective wisdom should prevail.
Okay.
It's very unbecoming, actually.
Okay, let me bring in some of the other
another
members.
one small point, quick point.
Yeah, quickly, please.
that
Quickly.
Yeah, it's the Speaker's domain. The entire campus of Parliament is Speaker's domain. And if Speaker has ordered inquiry, nobody, even a Home Minister, cannot enter it, cannot, get into it.
Okay.
So please wait. I mean, patience is the word.
Okay, I'll let Jawahar Sarkar respond to that. Jawahar Sarkar, it's the Speaker's domain. Yeah, I got your point, ma'am. Let Jawahar Sarkar respond to you before I go across to Mr. Khaleque and Mr. Santosh. Jawahar Sarkar is the Speaker's domain, and therefore you should wait for the Speaker to come out and make a statement on it, is what the Member of Parliament of Rajya Sabha is saying. Not the Home Minister. Your response to that?
Is surely the Speaker's domain. Parliament is surely the Speaker's domain, but the miscreants did not come in from Parliament. You have to understand they came in from the outside. And outside Parliament, it is the Home Minister's responsibility. They came from all parts of India, and it is the Home Minister's responsibility to bear this as an intrinsic failure of intelligence and law and order. So we are correct when we say that the Home Minister must come and make a statement. We have heard what the Speaker had to say.
Okay, so Sonal Mansingh, in the past, it's not just this incident. In the past, when there have been big incidents, whether it's the Parliament attack, the terror attack that we saw, the unfortunate one 22 years ago, whenever there are big events, what the opposition is essentially saying is that Parliament is also to hold the government to account. So why can't the government come out and make a statement is the question that they are saying, because they're also pointing out how there are some statements being made outside of the House when Parliament is in session. And that has been the subject of many controversies in past governments as well. Sonal Mansingh.
Lot of different angles are also being exposed. Lot of connections are coming into light. And I'm sure they are doing their due diligence in finding out, because you cannot give any information that is found to be incorrect later. In these, and these boys were not innocent boys, unemployed. They were well trained. They knew how to jump down and immediately leap on the tables and everything. So much has been coming out. I will not talk about it. I'm sure all of you are watching the videos, and in public domain, a lot of information has come.
Okay.
So the entire thing is complicated. Let's not rush into things and go on demanding and thumping tables and disrupting the procedures. Let bills be passed, let normal work be done, and then you can go on and on and on about the protests until the things are found out and report is given.
Okay, let me quickly take this across to Abdul Khaleque as well. Abdul Khaleque, two questions that I'd like to ask you. The first is this, that your party's leader, Mr. Rahul Gandhi, says कि ये unemployed youth है. Sonal Mansingh कहती है कि unemployed youth नहीं है, वो अच्छी तरह trained youth है. कैसे क्या कहेंगे आप सोनल मानसिंह जी को? अब्दुल खलीक.
देखिए, सोनाल मानसिंह जी से मैं ये सहमत हूँ, ये लोग ट्रेन था इसलिए क्योंकि ये लोग वो जो आपके गैस के कैन लेके आ गया, लेकिन इसके लिए जिम्मेदार कौन है? जो पार्लियामेंट का सिक्योरिटी के लिए जिम्मेदार है. इनका चेकिंग क्यों नहीं किया? इनका परीक्षा क्यों नहीं किया? ये लोग कैसे पार्लियामेंट के अंदर आ पाया? हमारा सुरक्षा व्यवस्था में क्या फॉल्ट रह गया जिसके लिए ये लोग अंदर आ गया? और इसलिए हम लोग पार्लियामेंट में लगातार 13 दिसंबर में जो इंसिडेंट हुआ, हम लोग लगातार सरकार से ये मांग कर रहा हूं, गृह मंत्री जी सदन में आके बोले किस लिए ये कांड हुआ, ये कांड के लिए कौन जिम्मेदार है, ये हम गृह मंत्री जी जानना चाहता हूं. गृह मंत्री जी बाहर बोलते हैं, सदन में आके क्यों नहीं बोलते? और जहां तक डिसरप्शन के बात है, मैं आप लोगों को याद दिलाना चाहता हूं, अरुण जेटली ने क्या कहा था डेमोक्रेसी के बारे में, लोकतंत्र के बारे में, डिस्कशन, डिसेंट एंड डिसरप्शन. ये देखो, जब सरकार हमारे बात नहीं सुनते तब डिसरप्शन करना पड़ते हैं. ये लोकतंत्र के, ये जब बीजेपी जब विपक्ष में था तो यही लोग सेम थिंग किया था. ये ऐसा नहीं जो हम लोग ही कर रहा हो, बीजेपी भी कर रहा था. तो ये अरुण जेटली जी जो बीजेपी का आइडियोलॉग है, वही कहा था कि लोकतंत्र में डिस्कशन भी रहेगा, डिसेंट भी रहेगा और डिसरप्शन भी रहेगा. लेकिन ये लोग,
लेकिन एक सवाल मैं आपसे पूछना चाहूंगा अब्दुल खलीक जी,
चला रहा है.
अब्दुल खलीक जी, ये सवाल मैं बीजेपी, मैं जो मेंबर ऑफ पार्लियामेंट है उनसे जरूर पूछूंगा, लेकिन आपसे एक सवाल ये बनता है, क्योंकि सरकार कह रही है कि ये प्रोटेस्ट के खिलाफ हम नहीं है, ये जो अराजकता है उसके खिलाफ हम एक्शन ले रहे हैं। और आपके भी जो स्पीकर के पोडियम के पास जाके स्लोगन्स रेज करना और वहां पोडियम पे चढ़ना, तो ये आप पे भी आरोप है कि आपने भी एक डिसऑर्डरली कंडक्ट के तहत प्रोटेस्ट किया हाउस के अंदर।
हमको क्यों जाना पड़ा? अगर सरकार हमारे बात सुनते तो हमको जाना नहीं पड़ते। सरकार हमारे बात नहीं सुनते। स्पीकर जरूर कस्टोडियन है, लेकिन स्पीकर का मर्जी पर कहाँ चल रहा है हाउस? हाउस तो सरकार चला रहा है। हम लोग को जो सस्पेंड किया वो पार्लियामेंट्री अफेयर्स मिनिस्टर, संसदीय कार्य मंत्री ने प्रस्ताव लेके आया और वो वॉइस वोट से पास हो गया। ये तो स्पीकर साहब का कॉन्शियंस का फैसला नहीं है, ये सरकार का फैसला है। और स्पीकर साहब वो मेजॉरिटी पार्टी का उसको मानना पड़ते हैं। मुझे पूरा विश्वास है अगर स्पीकर साहब खुद ये डिसीजन लेते, ये फैसला लेते, कभी ये फैसला नहीं लेते। हमको जाना पड़ा इसलिए कि सरकार हमारा मांग नहीं सुन रहा है।
Okay, it's the government. It's at the government's doorstep, Sonal Mansingh. We are forced to protest in this manner because the government's just not listening to us. Our voices are being choked. We are being suspended, and it is a fact that this is a record number of suspensions. 92 is something that's never happened before in Parliament. Sonal Mansingh.
Well, there is always a first time, and I hope this is the last time too. Because I think all the MPs are mature people, they are wise, and there are ways to raise your voice and get your concerns conveyed. But this is not the first time, you know. It has been happening again and again and again, as I was saying earlier. The protests, there's a way to protest. I'm sure it happened in earlier times also in the NDA 1, in UPA 1 and UPA 2 and all that. But
in fact, ma'am, it's interesting you mention it because, sorry, I'm just interrupting you for 1 second. From 2012 to 2014, I've covered Parliament and hardly any session actually functioned. It's a fact that the BJP also protested quite vehemently during those last 2 years of the UPA 2 government, and that much is on record as well.
Yeah, okay, but I don't think they ran to the well and beat up marshals. I've seen that with my own eyes in the old parliament, and that was only last year. I've seen that. And a lady marshal got, because they banged it against the door, it was closed, and the glass, you know, got in her throat. I've seen all that. I don't think the BJP indulged in that kind of violence with marshals in the house, chalte house mein.
Okay, let me take that question across to Mr.
I'm sorry to say that.
Okay, yeah, that's your line of defense. That's fine. Let me take this across to Santosh Kumar of the CPI. Mr. Santosh Kumar, Sonal Mansingh says the kind of protest that we've seen by the opposition now, even attacking marshals, not even sparing them, injuring several of them also in the bargain. This is something that the BJP never indulged in. That's only this opposition that's doing this, and that's why action is required. Your response to her?
I can't comment much on that. She may be new to politics. That is maybe because of her inexperience. She's saying all these things. I don't want to comment on all those things. I would like to ask just one question to her. So 92 MPs got suspended today. And what happened to the BJP MP from Mysore? Where is he right now? Is he in the parliament? Is he still part of the BJP parliamentary party? I would like to ask this particular question to Honorable Sonal Mansingh ji, who is a colleague of ours in the Rajya Sabha. And she should answer to that question. And the whole nation wants to get this answer. What happened to the BJP MP from Mysore? This is the whole question. And she explained that aspect first. And without knowing the history, don't jump into conclusions. It happened many times in the parliament, and picking up placards and raising slogans are not a sin in parliamentary democracy. Kindly understand that.
Sonal Mansingh, we would like to take that. They're saying that double
Now
standards.
What happened to the BJP?
We are being suspended. The member of parliament at whose behest the pass was issued, no action has been taken on them. Yeah.
Thank you for your suggestion. Thank you for your advice. Thank you for your advice, sir. Thank you for your suggestion.
It's not a suggestion. It's not a suggestion. I'm just requesting you.
Of course, I'm
not an advice. I am nobody to advise you. When all the BJP MPs escaped and they are not here to justify the BJP, and you are here to justify.
I thank you.
What happened?
Allow me a word.
What happened to the
I thank
BJP
you.
MP?
Okay, let her speak. Let her speak. You asked her a question, let her respond.
I cannot answer your questions about where is the BJP MP. I cannot honestly answer your question about the BJP MP from Mysore. Where is he? This, that, and other. I'm not privy to that inside information. I'm very honestly telling you. But I'm sure the party will not let it happen again. Not only that, but I think he will be given whatever is due to him.
Okay.
In case things are found out that really he gave the passes, his staff gave the passes, or somebody, his staff's friend got the passes. You know, there's an entire chain, entire link. When people come to me, I don't give passes. My staff, my PA, my PS.
But that doesn't completely take away from accountability either. But I want to ask Santosh Kumar a question. Mr. Santosh Kumar.
Moral responsibility in politics. Moral responsibility in politics. Moral.
No, I got your point. Santosh Kumar, but there's a question. In your case, your matter has been referred to the privilege committee. And therefore, there is a question that whether your conduct has raised some serious concerns, because you know Rule 235 in the Rajya Sabha. You know the rules of conduct are prescribed over there. And your conduct also at that point of time, the fact that it's referred to privilege committee, many are saying it's called questionable.
I'm just, I see, not only me, 11 cases, and the first one of Derek O'Brien also now sent to the select, privilege committee. You can watch the proceedings, no? You can easily understand what happened in the Rajya Sabha during the course of the day. So nothing abnormal, nothing, anti-constitutional or nothing like that. Nothing will insult the democracy. The problem is that the chairman of the Rajya Sabha has become the leader of a BJP political party. In a way, I'm sorry to say. This is the whole problem. Kindly understand. So the one who clearly watches these proceedings can easily understand that. He did not commit anything wrong. But unfortunately, I'm sorry to say, the chairman has exceeded the limits. This is the case.
I'm sorry, that is a kind of accusation. That accusation cannot be sustained. I'm sorry. He's accusing Vice President of India, Honorable Chairman of Rajya Sabha, of becoming a leader of the BJP party. I'm sorry. No. This cannot be sustained. No. This is an accusation.
Yeah. All right. These are political charges, of course, and counter charges.
It's an accusation, surely.
Yeah. Okay. It's a position. One second. It's a position that has been taken. It's a position that has been taken politically. You're welcome to counter it, ma'am. But at the moment, we'll have to leave it there. All eyes on Parliament, certainly. There are 4 days left of the winter session. What will take place? And at the end of the day, is this what we expect from our Parliament? This was, remember, the last full session of Parliament ahead of the Lok Sabha elections. The budget session this time will be a vote on account. It's not a full budget session as it normally is because of the limited number of days that the government officially has. And therefore, a lot more in terms of business, a lot more, of course, in terms of accountability, the opposition says. But either which way you look at it, certainly this is not what people expect from their elected representatives. This is all we have to say at the moment. We'll have to leave it there. Dr. Sonal Mansingh, Abdul Khaleque, Jawar Sarkar, Santosh Kumar, I'd like to thank all of you for joining us this evening on Debate Number 1.